Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Black Ice with me, Papa Mega, and Greater German Reich. So in the last episode, the game has thrown me a curveball. It actually made it so that Turkey refused to give up and declared war on us. It's kind of interesting. I like that happened, but I was absolutely not expecting that. So in today's episode we are going to finish them off, hopefully, and well, take them for what they're worth. We're gonna make sure that they are puppeted. Even though, considering the way this is going, we'll see how it's gonna go, because there are a lot of areas where they can now fight. And I don't know if we're actually getting the most contribution here, so we might have to do some concessions during the peace treaty, but we'll see. Well, we shall see. Here's Batman, so let's take that one. No, actually, you are gonna go over here. You're gonna go to Batman, and we're gonna attack them from all sides. I'm gonna go this way and towards Erzincan. Okay, our forces are advancing to the north. We have you here at Kars. And we deployed Enigma once to the Wehrmacht, which is kind of funny that we're doing that right now. Which upgraded our agency. Interesting. The major difference between Enigma 1 and the commercial Enigma models was the adoption of the plug board to swap pairs of letters, greatly increasing cryptographic strength. Other differences included the use of a fixed reflector and the relocation of the stepping notches from the rotor body to the movable letter rings. The machine measured 28 cm times 34 cm times 15 cm and weighed around 12 kilograms. Okay, let's add 2 extra rotors. Okay, our forces are advancing. Okay, we're taking Erzincan. So you guys attack here. You guys are advancing to where you go. Okay, our friends are attacking here. And actually, what about the operations? Okay, so we are taking Abu Dhabi here. And I actually think that let's delete all your orders, and I'm actually gonna make a naval invasion happen here. These 4 divisions. Which is gonna take 22 days, that's fine. Spanish state changed autonomy from Reichsprotectorate to Reich Commissariat. Okay, well, not much we can do with that, is there? So let's just add more units in here. Okay, so we're advancing towards Ankara. We finished the surface-to-air missile. So you will take Ankara, and then you are gonna take Polatli. I wonder if we check the air. Yeah, we got our friends in the air, no need to do anything ourselves. Though we have some American enemies here operating in this area. Okay, so you're taking Konya. You can actually go towards Korun. Okay, you can take Karas. That ought to be okay. I think they should be really close to giving up now. Yeah, 68% towards capitulation. I think that once we take Ankara, it's going to be done. Alright. No! Okay. Ankara is actually only 10 victory points. Interesting. Erich von Manstein falls ill. Istanbul was 15. Okay. So we still have a couple of areas. Okay, Trabzon might be, yeah, Trabzon is a valuable one. I would expect Antalya to be, okay, another valuable one. So we will go, Konya is 1. So what do we need to do here? You guys attack in this area. You can actually attack in here. I'll send you towards Rize. And you're not going towards Sivash, you go this way and towards Trap Zone. And it looks like all of this area is falling to the Kingdom of Syria. Well, cool. I mean, why not? Eskişehir here is just one. What about Samsun? Samsun is also just one. Okay, so we need to take, yeah, Trabzon should be the one that is going to finish it. But it looks, I kind of like it because it looks like Turkey is fairly decentralized in this mod, which I'm not sure how historical that is, but I know that, for example, during the 1920 War of Independence, there was really not any major center where the forces would be completely united, where you could attack them, and it was one of the Ataturk's doctrine that Turkey needs to be able to resist for as long as possible. So I kind of like that they did this. Okay, so they've already taken Antalya. Man, Italians are not being friendly here. They're just doing whatever they can to take the territory as fast as possible. Okay, getting a little bit for Iraq here too. I got some. Oh, well, it's fine. Okay, going to encircle some units here in Mardin and surrounding areas. Okay, these Mardiners will try to stop us, but I don't think they'll be successful. Okay, you guys just attack here so that we have a free way towards Sinop. Zonguldak, here we have taken Konya. More units for the masses. Interesting. Template Infantry Division. I guess we're just controlling their units now completely because they're even marked as theirs. Okay, we can attack this way. Mountaineers are circling over there. Yeah, Turkey is done. I'm not saying that it was, you know, not an interesting adventure, but I would have preferred that if Turkey, you know, let itself get puppeted and then it actually provided us with this kind of army. Okay, sink a Mexican convoy. Okay, I still need a week to finish this. Okay, you can go ahead and take this turret. Is Yemen not at war with us? No. Okay. Interesting. And Turkey has capitulated. Cool. I like that. It was split between Kingdom of Syria and Italy. And even Bulgaria got something interesting. Well, not an outcome that I would have expected, but why not? Okay, so let's just finish this by taking Qatar and call it a day. Anyway, I had really a lot of fun playing this. Let's look at the final result. So as far as you know, Europe goes, the only independent nation here is Switzerland, and that's only because we have chosen so. Swedish Empire has been fascist as well. I actually don't know who is governing a liberal. Okay, but there is a fascist. So if I realized this sooner, I could have just forced them to become fascist as well and join the faction. That would have been fun. We liberated all that we could from Soviet Union, what I kind of like and what I never seen before is the fact that actually Yugoslavia retained its alliance to us. They didn't rebel, and thus they kept their army, meaning that they could use it in many of the fights. Especially, we've seen them fighting in the Republic of Finland, and I saw them attacking the Soviet forces as well. And then in the end, they helped us in Iraq liberation. So that was amazing. Also, Hungary was really instrumental during these fights. I enjoyed their alliance greatly, and they've proven quite strong, to be quite honest. Way stronger than I expected them to be. I'm also kind of happy with the invasion of the Soviet Union. You guys kind of scared me during the playthrough that waiting for so long will mean that they will be pretty much unbeatable, but turns out that our strategy of actually nerfing and eliminating the threat from the West by taking down UK and ensuring that no invasion can actually come to us meant that we could focus solely on the Soviets and break them, which seems like a winning strategy, because if I would rush them in 41, I would still have United Kingdom and risk an Atlantic invasion from the United States. So I kind of like how it worked. Also kind of, the Spanish situation was kind of interesting, because I think that until now they still do not have any units, do they? Nope. They never really got any units, and they turned communist, which I actually investigated, and I don't know if you can see it here. No, we can't. Okay, but on the Soviet focuses, there is one that actually flips Spain into communist. There are some prerequisites, but I think it might be broken, and that's what happened, that actually Russia managed to flip Spain to join them. So what's our ending situation? Well, our manpower is 97,000 in reserve. Our standing army is 6.29 million men. We have 6.16 million in the field, and we have additional 130,800 men in training. Our Air Force is using nearly 400,000 men and Navy 84,000. Now, I'm really happy that we needed only the 3-year draft. We had to extend the bracket slightly. I think we started with 18 to 35 and went to 18 to 40, but we never really had to do something like an extensive conscription or anything, while we actually forced the Soviets to do that. They ended up with 17 to 55 bracket and extensive conscription. Oh, by the way, they had elite standards. That kind of surprised me. I never really switched to that. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, they switched to extensive draft, so we've pushed them all the way to there, which I'll admit is an interesting concept for us. Oh, what is this? We have a couple of events here that I actually never really... Aha, so the Enigma code actually gives Britain or United Kingdom some things. We have the Göring's art collection here. Hermann Göring's personal art log is a twisted treasure map, a guide to looting and pillaging and gift-giving among the Nazi brass, and a tracking mechanism for the Nazi occupation of Europe. It has long been known that Göring was among the most zealous of Nazi art collectors. At the end of the war, he packed the booty stored at Karinhall into trains and fled south towards Berchtesgaden in Bavaria as he blew up Karinhall behind him. The collection was discovered by Allied soldiers, and in 1945, the New York Times pegged the worth of the works at $200 million, part of a slew of breathless American coverage. According to Nancy Yelda, the author of the Beyond the Dreams of Avarice, the Hermann Göring collection. The catalogue of Göring's art provides a perversive, fascinating yardstick for the changing taste of a man known for personal eccentricities as well as horrifying brutality. The emphasis at first is on a Northern European romanticism along with the nude female form, but the collection shifts, becomes more expansive, and occasionally eschews the Nazi laws on so-called degenerate art to scoop up some of the modern greats. I fully admit I had a passion for collection, Goering said on the witness stand at Edinburgh, with a vulpine smile, according to Janet Flana, who reported from the trial for the New Yorker. And if they were to be confiscated, I wanted my small part. Interesting. So for 180 days you get extra research, and there's also one more complex at Vlodar. The complex is located inside Vlodar Mountain. It is a grid of tunnels and large underground halls up to 12 meters in height. Less than 1% is reinforced by concrete. It was accessible by 4 tunnels bored into the base of the mountain with chambers for guards' rooms. There is a shaft leading to the surface with a diameter of 4 meters. Some tunnels have higher, second levels connected by small shafts. This is a stage of building underground halls. 2 tunnels were bored, one over the other, and then the ceiling was collapsed to create large space. Some parts of the complex are flooded but accessible by boat. Above grounds are foundations of machinery, numerous unfinished or destroyed buildings, a bunker, 2 reservoirs of water, and depots of building material, including thousands of fossilized bags of cement. The network of narrow gauge railways connecting the tunnels with the railway siding in the village of Olszniec was disassembled and scrapped after the war. I still don't understand if these lead to something, or if this is just a thing that's there. Because, I mean, it gives you a research boost in exchange for a bit of consumer goods, but I don't think that's worth it. That's really not worth it. Actually, thinking about it, what about you guys? You have... Okay, just getting the generic tree. Well, what about Africa? We actually managed to help Italians quite greatly in the fights in Italy. Fights from Italy and in North Africa. But I have to say that I'm really surprised how well Italians have fared in this mod. As you know, even Japan is a beast, and they actually even landed in United States. I'm really proud of them. They managed to beat China. They managed to take this entire territory. They even managed to beat India. You know, the British India. I'm really, or British Raj as it's called here, really surprised how well they did. Generally speaking, we all did great. I'm just happy, because I mean, what else would there be for us to do here? I can't imagine. So yeah, we've done well. Starting with the war in Poland, going through with the lowland invasion, the attack on France, the operation in Denmark and Norway. We've never really ran into any major problems. The biggest issue that we probably faced was the Operation Sea Lion, because we just couldn't gain a proper air superiority. Again, that's very historical. Until very late, I think in 1943 or 1944, we gained the control of the channels and managed to beat Royal Air Force. And we've already done that because we blockaded imports of aluminum into United Kingdom, meaning that they just couldn't replenish their reserves while we were able to. So while their units dwindled and eventually ran out, we were able to throw more and more at them. And they kept for a long time fairly favorable casualty rate. So that's something that I think is worth noting. Okay, here goes Qatar. We have taken it. I don't know, is there anyone who is still resisting us? No, these guys are gonna capitulate very soon. Oh no, it's actually directed by UK. Yeah, we would need to take Ceylon, take Australia, but I don't think that's worth it at this point anyway. We've just done really, really good. And hey, did we... Yeah, we finished our Leichte divisions. That's nice. So what I would have done with them is send them down here and let them fight against the Americans. But I don't think it's worth it. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. So what's going to happen next is we are going to start a new playthrough of Last Days of Europe, which is actually based on the situation we are right now in. It takes place in the Cold War, where there are three superpowers. There's the United States, Greater German Reich, and Japan, instead of two superpowers of the United States and the Soviet Union. We're gonna see what it's gonna bring. I never played that mod. I just read a bit about it, but I avoided spoiling it for myself, so it's gonna be completely blind. We're gonna play as Germany in it and see what's gonna come. So I wanted to thank you all for joining me on this massive endeavor, massive adventure. I greatly enjoyed it. I was, frankly, really freaking out in the beginning because I wasn't sure that I would pull it off, but I did. And you were here with me for that. So, hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I'll see you in some other playthrough, I guess. So, see you in the Last Days of Europe or in any other Let's Play that I'm gonna do. So, you guys, take care and see you next time.